Hi guys, it's Simon here on Upcycle TV. We've got a bit of a big project going on at the moment. I can just show you what we're doing. So we've got this summer house, just a bit of a dark brown colour. I don't really like it very much. It needed some repair work doing on it. As you can see, I've put a little bit of new deck in, some new balustrades up, and we're going to completely revamp it. So inside, as you can see, it's quite bare. It's orangey brown colour. Again, don't really like it as it is, so we're going to insulate it. We're going to add electricity to it. We're going to panel it all out inside, and then we're going to paint it inside and outside. And there's another bit of a project to the side of that. In this area, we're going to be making a chicken coop. I should probably be painting the chicken coop up to match the summer house. And then we've got some wire down here for making the fence. And these are the fence posts. The beautiful Anna working hard there, painting. They're the fence posts. It's just CLS that we're going to use. We don't need anything particularly strong for the posts. It's not holding up a big fence, it's only holding up some wire. Obviously when you're putting a fence up, you're going to need some real substantial posts there, because you've got the wind blowing against it, which creates a lot of force, and if you don't secure those posts down and they're not big enough, obviously they're not going to last very long. So yeah, so these are just thin strips of CLS. We're just treating them before we put them up, because sometimes it's a little bit easier just to put that first coat on, and we'll put some extra coats on in the bit that's going down into the bottom as well. Again, this chicken coops only needs to last about 5 years, so we're not going over the top with the posts, but we will be concreting them in, but just a few inches rather than a few feet. So let's get cracking. We've been working for a couple of hours now, 1:15. It's really starting to warm up, so I'm going to have a bit of a break. Just show you what we've done so far. So we've put these posts in. 1, 2, 3. They've all been painted up with a waterproofing stain. It was a real struggle. This hole in the middle here wasn't too bad. What we got, this ground is clay. It's just pretty tricky to dig in this weather. This one, I hit a big lump of concrete, so I had to break some of that out. Ended up leaving most of it, not doing it quite so deep as I'd have liked, but it's going to be attached up the top there to the summer house, so that'll give it some more strength, make it a little bit more rigid. And this is the worst hole here. This was an absolute nightmare, because obviously we've got these evergreens, the roots into clay. It's just bone dry, and the clay is just rock solid. So yeah, it was a bit of an effort. And on top of that, loads of stones in it and loads of roots. So it took me a while, I used an SDS on it, I used a normal drill on it, I used a post digger, but this actually worked really well. So everything else I had, but this is my new toy that I bought the other day, a Roughneck, pretty good make, but it's such a small little spade, and it's for those jobs where you need to get right in on your hands and knees. On a big shovel's just too much. And another good shovel I've got is this one, Spear & Jackson. Again, really good make, really heavy, ideal for doing this sort of job, and for you know, planting shrubs and things like that. Yeah, and I also used the old trusty axe, which is always really good for getting through those little roots and things when you're trying to dig. So the next stage is I've got to start screwing it up. The wire, these big sheets of wire, are not quite big enough, so I'm going at 1.5. So I've got a couple of extra, which is why we've chopped these in half. So the small half is going to go on the bottom, and then the big half is going to go on the top up there, to try and fox proof it a little bit more. Rather than dig down the wire into the ground, we're going to run some slabs across the front, so any foxes on the outside can't get in. That's going to be a little bit more difficult in there because I can't get to the other side to put slabs down, and even if I could, I don't really want to. So my idea for that is that I'm going to get some big rocks, pile them all up on the inside, so it adds a little bit of a feature, but also will prevent any fox or anything like that burrowing in, eating the chickens. And I'll probably also have to put something along that fence in a couple of areas. It's not too bad because there's a path on the outside of that, so that's all concrete. But there's one little area that looks a little bit dodgy, so I'm going to stick a big heavy rock in front of, and that's it. But I can't really do any more today in terms of the framework, because I've got to wait the concrete to set overnight, so they'll be nice and rigid, and then I can start wanging some nails in to get the mesh up. That'll be the fun bit. That's the bit I enjoy doing. I don't think anybody enjoys digging holes. As you see in the video as well, I'm just putting this together. It's another chicken coop, but we're actually going to be using it for our guinea pigs eventually. And the reason I got this one was just because all the other guinea pigs on rabbit hutches didn't really suit the needs for what we wanted. This one was the right sort of shape and the right size. My son Bradley put that together. It's a good job. So the Feel Good make is the same match as the make as the chicken coop over there. Okay, so that's it for this video on Upcycle TV, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and please subscribe, and I'll be posting up my next video shortly. Cheers.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you don't want to miss any of our content, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so that you get all the notifications. You can also follow us on Twitter @Upcycle TV. And we have a website where you can buy and sell furniture. It's completely free to use. upcycledirectory.co.uk.